Hello YouTube, I know this is uncharacteristic of my channel, but my father asked me to help him document an unboxing video, so here goes.
Hello, thank you very much for your time and attention. Never done anything like this before, but there's a good reason why I want to do this particular one. Long and short of it is I sent for some information right here. That was not cheap, not by any stretch of the imagination, and if this is good information to have, I want people to know about it. On the other hand, which is, maybe I'm being too cynical here, but most likely the case, if this is garbage information, I want to crucify the guy publicly so that people won't get ripped off by him. Now, I'm not saying this is a ripoff, I don't know, we're going to find out. Let me give you some background of what this is and why I did it and what's going on. To put bottom line it, I need additional money. I've worked with the same company for the past 15 years, fantastic company to work for. Had to move to stay with the company, and in the process of moving, the last house that I owned, that I put $100,000 cash on from the sale of my previous house, got foreclosed on because I bought right at the peak of here's the highest, most expensive real estate market is doing great, and I sold it when the bottom fell out of the market, got foreclosed on, lost all the money from that. So I had to tap into my 401k to pay for some of the moving expenses when I had to move from one state to the other. So we got up here, rented a house for about a year, had to move because the owner wanted to move into the house we were renting on, and had to take some money out of my 401k to finance the move. Short while thereafter, my wife very tragically was stricken with a illness, let's just say, and she's been struggling with that. She's completely disabled as it stands right now and has no income. The diagnosis and treatment of this condition, I won't go into details on, has been exceedingly expensive as well. So I work 50 hours a week, like I said, great company to work for. In the past, when I've needed some extra money, what I've done, I was working kind of, half the week, long manufacturing shifts. I just go and get a second job. I can't do that now because I'm working 45 to 50 hours with this company I've been with forever, and salary. So I don't have that luxury any longer. My wife being disabled, she has no income any longer either, and we've been struggling with trying to get her benefits for disability, and even when we do, it's not going to be much, not anywhere near enough to pay off all these medical expenses that have accrued over the past couple of years diagnosing and treating her condition. So I'm trying to find some way to make some more money. So I looked online at lots and lots of different own your own business, supplemental income, and came across a bunch of different things. Most of them were the things where you open up your own business, which I really don't consider it a business because think of a company, big company that rhymes with the word slamway. You're basically just trying to get people to sign up underneath you, and that's how you make your money. Don't want to do that. I've been victim to that before from other people trying to get me to join. Bad thing. Other things as far as cosmetic companies, hey, your wife could sell her own cosmetics, and no, you don't want to do that either because it's a lot of work. You trying to struggle as your own salesman. I don't really consider that being your own business or something that you own. The other things I looked at were all of these tool trucks, a bunch of different ones where you essentially drive around selling tools again, lots of time and, investment, lots of driving and that sort of thing. Nothing really seemed promising until I found one website, freelaundromat.com, and I'm thinking Laundromats, that's got to be expensive to get into. It's a lot of equipment, it's a lot of bills, it's a lot of everything, but what's interesting about this is freelaundromat.com, free. How is that possible? It seems impossible to me, seems too good to be true. And to get information on how you can get your free laundromat, you send in a not so small sum of money and see if it contains the information is what my interest is. Does this contain the key to my financial future, or is this just a big ripoff? So, like I said, this was not cheap. Why did I buy it? What convinced me to buy this if it was so, this is money I could have used to pay another medical bill perhaps, or, anything aside from throwing this money out the window. Why did I do it? Well, freelaundromat.com says even this is free. This DVD is free when you open your first laundromat. That part of it still completely eludes me. I don't know how somebody could charge you as much as they do for this and then just give it all back to you out of their goodness of their hearts. I mean, come on, this is modern times. People just don't do that. So I'm feeling like a big chump right now, honestly, for having spent this kind of money on this. But part one, like I said, we'll see what it is and see if it's worth it. And if great, well, my financial woes will be over. I'm very skeptical, as I'm sure you can imagine. Yeah, I got my 4-year college degree, worked very hard on my life. I'm still struggling. It just, how can something like this actually happen unless you have a lot of money to start out with? We'll go on. The other thing, too, like I said, is if this doesn't work, we're going to let everybody on YouTube know about this, that, hey, beware of this guy. It seems like it's probably a scam. But anyway, maybe it's not. We'll see. So the thing that first impressed me about this, I just paid for this 2 days ago, and here it is. I'm holding it. It's here already. But then again, for what he charged, that's probably the least he could do. So anyway, here's the box. We're going to see what we actually get. Is this a professional finished thing? Is this something you just cranked off on a computer, or what's the deal here? Before I get into that, though, one other thing I wanted to say is trying to do my thorough research. I was looking for reviews of this. Is this a scam? Ripoffreport.com, everything. And I couldn't find anything at all except for the glowing testimonials that people have put on Free Laundromat's website about how great a product this is and how much it changed their lives. So, needless to say, I'm skeptical. So, here goes with the unboxing. I got the DVD. Comes from Danny D'Angelo, freelaundromat.com, Cave Creek, Arizona. Okay, so I'm, not too far away from there, so that's pretty reasonable shipping. This, I'm confused by. I don't know if that's something that the post office actually put on there, or does he have a ream of these and just slaps them on there at his office, or whatever the case may be. It says Uline. I'll look that up and figure out Uline. It's got an 800 number on the sticker, too. But USPS, it's here, so we're going to go ahead and see what this is. Let's open it, see what we got. Is this the keys to changing my life? So, anyway, looks like we got DVD there, shrink wrapped. That's a good indication. I don't see a barcode on it anywhere, so you couldn't go buy this in the store anywhere. I guess you don't need one. I don't know what the legalities of that are. Looks like there's a paper in here. So, all right. Hey, that's kind of cool. It's not a form letter. It's actually written to me. So, found myself needing to share my wealth of knowledge about this industry with others, and this DVD is the absolute best. Okay. So, now, there is a lot of this information on the website, but just not enough to where you have to buy this in order to get the information. Boldface looks like one of these glowing testimonials like what I saw on the website, and okay, it says, Steven, I appreciate your order. This is clearly handwritten. It's actually some nice type stock, too. I like that paper. It feels nice and crisp, like a nice linen or something, so that's pretty cool. But again, this was expensive, so least you could do. Okay, Steven, I appreciate your order. It's hard to trust the content of these types of programs today. This won't be easy, but the rewards are great. Capital D. All right, that's pretty cool. But then again, like I said, this was expensive, so it's got to make you feel good about it somehow, I guess. So here's the DVD. Okay, just got a laundromat lease down from $234 a square foot to $138 using Danny's techniques, not to mention 4 months of free rent. Okay, so if you own a laundromat, do you still have to pay rent? I don't get it. Or laundromat, I'm sorry, I was reading laundry here. DVD paid for itself in less than a week. Well, my question there is, if it paid for itself, does that mean you opened your laundromat and in less than a week later you got your money back from the guy who does this, Danny or whatever it is? So, I don't know. We'll see what this is. It's open at the bottom here, easy to get into. See what this DVD looks like. No barcode. I'm suspicious that this was a computer printed thing, but this doesn't really look like inkjet. You can see kind of the aliasing around the edges there, kind of the jagged. But anyway, oop, something dropped. Oh, okay. 2 DVDs. Disc 2 on the first side, disc 1 on the other side. I'm probably going to arrange those just because I'm kind of weird that way. And these are clearly DVD-Rs. These are, catch the edge of that, those are the self-adhesive labels printed on an inkjet printer from the looks of it. And clearly a, DVD that was done on a computer. Now, with that being said, however, I guess he doesn't move a lot of these. Maybe he does. I don't know. I do, sound design work and such, and have thought about doing CDs and DVDs, and I don't know. It seemed expensive when I looked at some of the big places if you wanted 4 colors or whatever. But this is pretty cool. Oh, actually, this was definitely not done on an inkjet printer. This is nice and glossy and nice. Okay, so that's a good touch. But then again, like I said, this thing was expensive. So It's favorable impression so far. I mean, I got it here super, super quick. If the guarantee of open your first laundromat, get your tuition back is true, which I still don't know how he does that, but that's really awesome. If that is truly the case, we'll find out if this gives me the keys to open my laundromat, and if so, will I get my money back when I do so? I really do think this is very cool. You know, handwritten note from presumably Danny here. Danny D'Angelo, I guess that's a signature there. See, Danny D'Angelo. And handwritten note to me specifically. Very, very cool. So what do we do from here? Like I said, my intention was to either express appreciation or crucify the guy. Maybe that's a little too harsh, but, you know, if this doesn't do anything for me, I'm going to be pretty upset about it because it was not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. But it's not the medium that I paid for. It's the knowledge and education inside of here. And if this truly does give me the keys to financial freedom, success, and being independent, I mean, there's a pile of money sitting here. Lots of 50s, 20s. In fact, I don't see anything lower than... Oh, there are some ones. There's some ones at the bottom of the stack here. If it can allow me to get some extra money, basically, to dig myself out of this hole that I'm in, helps to supplement the loss of my wife's income, I'd be very happy to do that. I don't know how much time investment it's going to take or what it's going to take up front. Monetarily, says it's free. We'll find out. So the next step then is to watch this DVD or these DVDs, see what they tell me, and take it from there. So stay tuned for part 2, because I want to figure out what this is all about and let everyone else out there know, is this worth it or is this a ripoff? Thank you.